这是世界上最牛的赛道，他们不认 FIA 的国际赛照，也不认 F1 的超级驾照。在他们的报名规则内赫然写着，不要打电话说你们应该认识我之类的话，打印申请表一并提交。毫不夸张地说，想要在这里比赛，哪怕世界冠军来了，也得先考驾照。
I want to race in GT3 here at the Nordschleife. So at one point you need to do your license and you can just focus on coming back.
2025年9月12号 F1 新晋4冠王，刚刚在意大利拿下胜利的红牛现役车手 Max 维斯塔潘突然空降纽博格林赛道。不过此行他并不是来挑战圈速的，而是来参加理论考试的。在 F1 车手面前，纽北教官丝毫没有客气，直言要给维斯塔潘一些建议。虽然这名教官也是出于负责的态度，但这多少也反映出了当地车圈对 F1 车手跨界参赛的不置可否。早在维斯塔潘几个月前打破赛道纪录时，就有 GT3 厂队车手公开质疑，在他们的认知里，即使你是 F1 车手，也不可能一下子就吃透这条20多公里的绿色地狱。不过维斯塔潘表现得很谦逊，即使他在模拟器上已经开了几千圈，但他依旧认真听讲。理论课结束后，维斯塔潘驾驶限制动力的 GT4 赛车完成了驾驶部分的考核。
It was not very fast, but you have to follow the rules, and for me that's fine. Like I knew that is what I had to do, so you stick to it. And they were very helpful.
对一位 F1 车手来说，这场考试的难度大概相当于让大学生背99乘法口诀表，但维斯塔潘却表现得乐在其中。
It's been a while that I had something like this.
What's your driver's license?
Well, not yet. It's B license.
And you need?
And I need A.
北环 A 照的考试要求略有提升，要求车手安全完成2场正赛，累计14个有效单圈。其中 FIA 车手评级在铂金或黄金的车手，可以在1场比赛内用2台赛车做2次起步。
Because Max was a platinum graded driver in the FIA, Max is allowed 2 classifications on the same day.
Yeah, you do it in 2 different cars. 7 laps or 8 laps in one and then another 7 laps in the other one.
但未曾想，因为赛道湿滑，维斯塔潘的队友模拟器顶尖高手克里斯·卢勒汉姆竟在弯道中出现失误，将89号保时捷撞到了地上。
What happened actually?
How do I? This is a
Was it in the fast lap or the
one
next?
after.
I look in the mirror. I'm like, wait, I lost someone.
在维斯塔潘眼里，队友克里斯的这次撞车，无异于足球运动员面对空门把自己绊倒。
The tire wall, not an arm coat. I kept going. I did like half.
Quite a while.
I got up to the carousel and
I needs to translate the German in the dash.
yeah, I was reading out the dash. Why is it so funny?
克里斯的一番操作导致赛车的右前轮、保险杠、散热器都需要更换。但89号保时捷赛车是1920年左右的老款718赛车 GT4 CS， 配件并不好找。车队创始人帕特里克·科尔布焦急地打着电话沟通，是否能够换一台新车。赛道方显然不可能同意这个方案，但如果找不到解决办法，维斯塔潘就无法获得 A 照，后续参赛计划也会受到影响。关键时刻，汽车人研究起了规则，并一下子就发现了可以商榷的地方。
What is Article 6? 20% share of the total laps. Yeah, it doesn't fully say that it needs to be 2 cars because one did not finish.
Okay, it says as long as the driver, you do 20% of the total laps.
原来规则要求车手做2次起步，达成累计14个有效单圈，但并没有规定有效单圈必须来自不同时段和不同车辆，且规则只限制了单场驾驶大于等于 20% 的最低要求，但未限制最高驾驶时长。于是经历过2021阿布扎比埃内不等于2事件的维斯塔潘立马就想到，他只需要开980号这一台车，累计完成14个有效单圈，同时没有事故，没有罚分，这样一来就能等效2次起步的效果，达到北环 A 照的认证要求。
I will do in 1 car, yeah.
Exactly.
We shared 1 car for the full race, basically. So it was purely a race of, well, not even a race, a race is the wrong word. We just had to finish.
Mate, this is unbelievable. Look how slow I am on the straight.
Yeah, it was very funny.
So they allowed me to do the laps basically in 1 car as long the other car started, so crossed the pit exit, and then officially that car is entered. So they were very nice and helpful.
就这样，维斯塔潘终于是有惊无险地拿到了北环 A 照，他终于可以在月底的4小时耐力赛上驾驶 GT3 赛车，火力全开了。 而那一天，纽北的地头蛇们将会第一次在家门口感受到被汽车人支配的恐惧。